Vault 111.
At least we still have the backup.
I can feel your son's energy. He's alive. Even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth, Diamond City. Diamond City holds answers, but they're locked tight. You ask them what they know, but people's hearts are chained up with fear and suspicion. But you find it. You find that heart that's gonna lead you to your boy.
Diamond City is the largest settlement in the Commonwealth. It's the best place to begin the search for Shaun.
This place, Diamond City. What is it?
Oh, the green jewel? She's a sight.
This is the safest place in all the Commonwealth, with the strongest community and highest standards of living available. We have stores, doctors, schools, power, running water, and the wall as our sacred protector.
My baby's been kidnapped. His name is Shaun.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, but we're under orders not to get involved in missing person cases.
Diamond City Security can't spare one officer to help. I want the truth, McDonough.
Enjoy your stay in our fair city.
A big Diamond City welcome from the mayor. You feel honored yet? Look, I gotta go get settled in, but, stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd be perfect for.
Diamond City. If anyone knows where Shaun is, it's here. There's bound to be a lead somewhere.
Free paper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm serious. The Institute takes people. You should read up if you're sticking around.
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute, lady? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again. It's all in the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so, someone's gone, and we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there, and they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I've heard that before. So what are you doing in Diamond City anyway?
What's Diamond City have to offer?
A bunch of stores that yell at you if you touch anything, and a mayor that yells at you if you say anything. So it's kind of a do nothing, say nothing place. So what brought you here anyway?
I came here looking for someone.
Let me guess. That someone's gone missing, right? That's what I'm telling you. So who is it?
I'm looking for my baby. His name's Shaun.
You have a son, lady? Wow, you're old. You're in bad luck. No one tries to find missing people in Diamond City. Missing people means the Institute is involved. And no one's going to want to get the Institute's attention.
What's the Institute do that's got everyone so scared?
You mean besides making the synths and using them to replace people? Or that they live in the shadows and no one knows how to get to them? Everyone in town is afraid of being replaced, or that someone they know isn't human anymore. So don't expect people around here to jump up and down looking to help you out.
What are synths?
The Institute has been making them for years. The old ones are sort of human-looking, but you can tell they're robots. You see a bunch of them out there in the Commonwealth. I heard they murder whole towns and carry what's left to who knows where. But the real danger is in the newer models. Synths with real flesh and blood and guts and everything.
Fine. I'll ask around somewhere else.
Remember, The Institute's out there, newcomer. Watch your back.
Paper puts on quite a show, huh?
What do you mean by that?
Well, folks are already plenty scared of the Institute, but that doesn't stop the paper from talking about them every chance they get. Anyway, don't let it get to you. Life here is still a hell of a lot safer than out there in the Commonwealth.
Screamin' Paper Girl says otherwise.
I guess she does. So what brings you to the Great Green Jewel?
What brought you?
Came on this place a while back. Didn't intend to stay at first, but I felt something here. A good feeling. People here are searching for something more than just getting by. They built a school, shops, the power plant, and even this chapel. What about you? What brings you here?
Looking for someone who's gone missing.
Gone missing? Who is it? Friend? Relative?
My baby was kidnapped. His name is Shaun.
Oh, I'm so sorry, miss. I can't imagine what kind of pain you're going through. I'm afraid missing people don't get found in Diamond City. God seems to have turned a blind eye to them. And with all the fear of the Institute in people's hearts, they've turned a blind eye as well.
Are people really that scared of the Institute?
Well, they built the synths, and instead of stepping back and solemnly pondering if machines could have souls, they went straight to replacing people with them. Folks are afraid of going to bed at night, wondering if the Institute is going to switch them with a double, or if the loved one they went to sleep next to is going to be different when they wake up.
Why replace people with synths? What are they?
Well, at first they were machines. The early models still roam the Commonwealth. Sometimes they destroy a whole town and take what's left somewhere only God knows. But now, the Institute makes synths that have real hair, skin, and organs. They can make them look like anyone, and you can imagine what kind of power that could bring. Honestly, I don't recommend thinking about it. Nothing you can do about the Institute. No one knows where they are anyway.
It's hopeless.
You're not alone. A lot of people in this city have lost loved ones. The weight of all those missing has broken their spirits. Don't let that happen to you.
Is the Institute spying on your home? Read the public to find out.
Anyone is one of those things. It's that secretary of his, her and her perfect hair.
The mayor's secretary. Come on, Ma. I cut her hair myself, and I know human hair.
That's just it, Johnny. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If you nicked McDonough with your razor, he'd bleed. Don't mean nothing.
Hey, who wants to
You
look
there.
beautiful?
Talk some
Hairstyles
sense into my
across the
nitwit
Commonwealth.
son. McDonough's secretary, is she a synth?
What?
You know what a synth is, right? Those machine people the Institute makes? Looks and acts just like the real thing? Only I think they made Geneva a little too perfect. No woman looks like she does, all perky. So she's a synth, right? She has to be.
Back up. What's the Institute?
Oh my God, really? What hole did they drag you out of, Southie? The Institute are the ones who kidnap people, replace them with synths? Not that McDonough would ever admit it. Papers write about him. Are you gonna answer my question? Geneva, is she a synth?
No idea.
You don't know. What? Born without a brain between your ears?
You just said no one could tell the difference, Ma. She don't know if Geneva's a synth, and neither do you. So could you lay off?
Don't you talk to your mother that way, Johnny.
Around here, we call your haircut the scav special. Little flecks of blood, give it the personal touch. You should think about getting a trim.
My baby is missing. Who around here can help me?
Hey, I just cut hair. All right? Talk is one thing. But if the paper's right about the Institute, then getting involved in missing people is something I don't want.
What's wrong? What's the Institute?
You serious? They're the ones that make the synths. The machine people? If they don't like you, boom, you get replaced. Or maybe someone you know is the one who gets replaced instead, and they send him to kill you. So I'm sorry, but I ain't risking the Institute being involved in whatever mess you're in.
These synths, what are they?
They say some of them look so human, you'd never be able to tell the difference. Not sure I believe that, but who knows? A lot of them are definitely machines, though. And they're murderous. Kill off whole towns, take all the remains to somewhere. University Point used to be a nice little settlement. Now, it's all synths. Just standing guard, like a damn warning message or something.
Never mind.
You have a good day now.
Oh, man. You got a robot butler? I want a robot butler.
Sometimes you gotta wonder, does anyone fight back?
Don't be caught dead!
What?
Protection from Commonwealth weaponry!
Hey,
swatter, 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 swatter! Swing, swatter!
I heard from my cousin. He knows a guy that works for him. They got a code phrase and everything. Follow the Freedom Trail.
The hell is that supposed to mean? You're full of it, and that kind of talk is gonna get you snatched up by the synths.
No skull in the league can withstand a swatter.
Don't walk outside the
You
wall
there!
undefended.
You need a
high-quality
genuine,
protection for
authentic,
sale.
custom-made hickory swatter.
My baby's been kidnapped. Is there anyone here who can help me?
Whoa, listen there. If the paper's right about the Institute, then there's no way I'm getting involved in anyone else's problems.
You're afraid of the Institute? Who are they?
What? Never seen their handiwork walking all over the Commonwealth? Those synth things. Machines? Trying to look like people? Ugh. I ain't eager about being replaced by a synth duplicate. Or having someone who I thought was human suddenly pull out a gun and strike me out. So take your trouble somewhere else. I don't care if you say the Institute's not involved. They might be. Hey, that's enough.
So these synths replace people? How?
Hell if I know. One day someone's a human, next day they're a synth, and no one can tell the difference. Not until they kill someone for no reason. It was bad enough when the older, robot-looking synths would occasionally grind a town down to a pulp and haul off what was left. University Point was the last loser in that game. Nothing there but synths now.
Fine. Forget it.
On your way, then. Shoot.
So thirsty. Doctor says I can't drink liquor no more. Cola. Need a Nuka-Cola.
Hey, Sheffield.
Nuka-Cola. Need a drink. Nuka-Cola. Cola. Nuka-Cola.
Do yourself a favor and just say yes. It's all he understands.
Tell me a joke. What are you saying? Yes?
Ah, is that a Protectron over there? Greetings, sir. Good to see another robot in town. That chef hat becomes you. Takahashi, you say? I'm Codsworth. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, is that so? Well, we both know Rodco's no General Atomics. Not surprising it failed. Shoddy work and all. Chin up, though. Never know when parts may turn up.
Hey, it's the new girl. Am I right?
The new girl?
Word kinda travels fast in Diamond City. What can I say? Name's Arturo Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk.
My baby's missing. Is there anyone in town who can help?
Look, I want to take care of my customers, but with all that talk about the Institute in the papers, I just can't get involved in someone else's problems, okay?
What's this institute everyone keeps talking about?
You don't know? They make the synths. Those machines that look like people, they say if you're not careful, you'll get replaced by a synth double. Or maybe they'll just send someone you thought was human to kill you. So you understand? I can't just stick my foot into other people's business. Sorry, but what if the Institute is involved?
Wait, what was that about synths?
I said they're machines that look like humans. Some of them you can't even tell the difference. And if that wasn't bad enough, the ones that do look like robots just go around killing whole towns off, collecting what's left for God knows what. I hear University Point got hit a while back. Nothing there but the synths now.
Fine. I'll ask somewhere else.
Sorry again.
You? I don't know you. Just keep your distance.
One statue of Diana impression coming up.
Good. Good. Now just answer me one simple question. Are you human? Because I will not serve a synth.
Why would you think I'm a synth?
Why wouldn't I? A synth looks just like a person, with hair and sweat and blood and everything. So, are you human or not?
No, I'm Jangles, the moon monkey.
That's just what a synth would do, ducking the question. We don't serve your kind here. I said we don't serve your kind here, you synth. Trying to tell me you're human now?
Human as the day I was born.
Well, you do look human enough. But I'll be watching you. I have eyes like a... Well, they're good eyes. Got it? All right. We can do business, but no funny stuff.
What kind of business are you running here anyway?
We buy and sell anything and everything. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. The robot takes care of customers at night. Only one I trust to do it. At least I know he's a machine.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Just don't call it junk.
I hear there's a bar in the old theater district that's for raiders only. The combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Gotta pick me up if you're feeling glum.
Did you say something about drugs?
That's right. All the chems you need to fill out your lifestyle. Balance you out. Everyone here buys from me. Sometimes security needs a little psycho, or an engineer needs some mentats. And heck, Rad X is plain universal.
Let's see what you got.
Chems for a balanced lifestyle.
Get it trimmed. You won't regret it.
A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Facial reconstruction? What's that?
It's Doc Crocker's specialty. If you're interested, talk to him about it. Just head through the door with our logo on it. Now, if you have an actual medical problem, speak up.
So what kind of treatments are common around here?
Bandaging wounds and cleaning radiation exposure are the most common things you outsiders usually ask for. That and kicking a chem habit.
Not interested.
Very well.
Hey, Scabber. Got plenty of Brahmin meat on the hooks.
Wait, what kind of meat is this?
You never heard of Brahmin? Big, dumb, got 4 legs and 2 heads. They're the only cattle around. Everything's fresh from the Codman family farms. Sometimes, they get weird stuff from the caravans, too.
Weird stuff? Weirder than 2-headed cow meat?
Yeah, princess. Weirder than that. Mirelurk, bloatflies, rad stags. It's all protein, right? Ain't like you can be picky in the Commonwealth.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Brahmin's fresh. Everything else, you're on your own.
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing worth buying in the dugout inn. And that's the booze.
Anne's gotta eat. What can I say?
A real Diamond City boy eats at the noodle stand. Cheng, what have I told you about keeping the lake clean? They'll make me shut down this little stand of yours.
Every drop of water that comes out of that filter is 100% pure. Why's a legitimate businessman like myself always gotta be hassled by city regulation, huh?
It's a health hazard, Cheng.
It's a profit hazard is what I say. I manage the water, and I'll do it without your interference, thank you very much.
Nice dog.
Freshwater market, open for business. Hey there, purified water. You won't find this out in the Commonwealth.
You by yourself out here?
That's right. Been on my own since I was 8. I'm a fully independent man. Got my own place, go to night classes, the whole shebang. Now, how about I get you a bottle of water, huh?
I'll take a look, sure.
The filters clean out everything.
Everybody, I need everyone's attention. I would like to address the subject that is on everyone's mind, and that is the disgusting article Piper has written. Diamond City has stood united for over 150 years, and what keeps us united are two things. First is the great green guardian behind me, the wall. Our protector and our savior from the filth of the outside. And second is our faith and trust in each other. The faith and trust that has given us prosperity, security, and education for every citizen. And while the paper might point their fingers at synths and other ghost stories to drive us apart, we will not betray this sacred trust. Now, I want everyone to hear these next words very carefully. I am not a synth. I am the same flesh and blood boy who grew up on these streets, who was born in a shack just down the waterfront to Martha and Patrick McDonough. And I will not abandon my city due to the heinous allegations of the press. God bless this city. God bless the wall.
He's so full of shit. What's with you vault dwellers in those jumpsuits, huh? Talk to Abbott at the wall if you want a history lesson.
He was very adamant and stressing that he is not a synth.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious.
Working hard?
Don't touch the paint.
Don't worry, I won't.
Good. The wall keeps out the bad guys, so I appreciate you not messing her up none. Thinking you need a little education. Maybe a bit of community service. What do you say?
What do you need done?
You see this paint I'm using? Only one place left in the whole Commonwealth you can get it. Hardware Town. Ruin store close by to the west. Bring back a can of paint and it'll be 100 caps in your pocket. How's that sound?
What can you tell me about Hardware Town?
Raiders moved in a ways back. Security says they can't handle them. That's why I'm running low. So, you still up for it?
Paint retrieval. I'm on it.
Much obliged.
Hey.
On it.
Codsworth.
Something I can do for you, Mum?
Your thoughts?
A Mayan asks his friend if he would like to grab a drink. His friend says, well, I'm supposed to finish the calendar, but I guess if I don't, it's not the end of the world.
Word of advice. Never call your mother a synth, unless she really is one. Yikes.
You have marvelous bone structure. Stop by the mega surgery sometime.
October 2287. The Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese, to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful, the ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing. Yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago, on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles, but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night, he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening. Although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed, thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a Public Occurrences exclusive interview.
Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now. 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were. So what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh, and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't.
Eustace continued her account of that evening, and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed.
We'd been drinking and carrying on, must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face, all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him, clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then, blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate. Didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he were paying him for a drink. But his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that.
What Eustace is describing is, of course, is the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Synths.
After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy. And he lay there like a dead crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see. And we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us.
It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery. Using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles. Specifically, the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night. In the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people. After spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we?
You probably put the gun down! Don't move, Synth! What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
I swear I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes. We're family.
Put the gun down, now!
He's a synth. He'll kill us all. Kyle, no!
Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City. Hear me? Just you folks and your damn paranoia.
What the fuck was that about?
Officer?
I need you to step away, Scabber.
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
What, you didn't hear the shouting? Guy pulls a gun on his own brother, thinking he's a synth. It's that newspaper's fault. Got people all riled up, thinking their own family might be replaced by machines. Look, I'm sorry you got caught up in all this, but it's over, okay? Just go about your business like nothing happened. Better that way.
Hey.
He pulled a gun on me. My own brother.
Hey. Who hasn't engaged in a little friendly attempted fratricide in their life?
I'm not a synth. I told him. I kept telling him. Why didn't he listen to me? I need a minute.
Move along.
Thank the wall that's over.
My God. God.
Think that guy was a synth? What the hell just happened?
Oh my God, just damn!
Oh my God. Just... damn.
Do you think that guy was a synth? What the hell just happened?
Thank the wall that's over.
What's everyone still standing around for? Go back to your own damn business.